Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Inspiration, motivation takes. Listen to the podcast. We're all about to talk about life. Our guests will share their life story. We want you to success in life and business. We're ready and we will start shortly. We're gonna talk about life. We're going to speak on business. You're gonna shine bright. We are going to witness. Business with a servant's heart. With hosts Steve Ramona and Ray. Inspiration, education talks. Listen to the podcast. Steve Ramona.
Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast. I'm your host, Steve Ramona. I am so thrilled to have you join us today. We are exploring the idea to dedicate to this podcast to exploring the idea of working your life and your business with a servant's heart. Imagine the impact and difference you'd make. And if you try to do that every day, how would you feel? I know you're going to feel really good. We also developed this podcast to motivate you, inspire you, and educate you in many different topics, almost said products, topics, so you can again make an impact on the world. You're going to learn from my incredible guests today some things. You go share that with somebody else. That's what servants do, sharing resources, helping somebody. And while you're listening to the show, here's your call to action. How are you going to serve yourself and others today? And what impact will you create today? Let's not wait, because we're going to talk about procrastination. Here we go. Don't procrastinate on this. Do it today. Listen to this incredible guest and go serve somebody. Maybe make a call to somebody you haven't talked to in a while, or give money to a home. Whatever that is, service comes in many forms, but take action today. Don't procrastinate. And today's episode is proudly sponsored by an incredible partner, Pantheon Alliance. Would you like to be part of an exclusive community of high-income, successful business owners and entrepreneurs from very diverse industries? Together, they're building a thought leader expertise platform to impact and change the world. Well, procrastination, I mentioned already in the monologue, is part of leadership. We all do it right here. I know my guest is done. We've talked about it. It's just what happens. But if you can limit how many times you procrastinate, how much would you grow? So with that being said, let's welcome to the show, Dr. Mary. Welcome.
Hey, Steve, it's so exciting to be on your show today. And I just want to assure your listeners, I'm not that kind of doctor. I'm actually a doctorate of economics. Please don't hang up. Please don't disconnect yet. It's less scary than you think.
Well, heart surgeon doctors, dermatologists, those are important, but economics, it's what makes the world flow up and down, right?
I didn't understand how the world worked until I started studying economics.
To Doing
and
Business
then when
with
I
a
started
Servant's Heart
studying
podcast.
resource allocation,
I'm your host, Steve Ramona.
and where people spend their time, their money, their resources, and their connections, all of a sudden, everything started to make sense. And I thought, what if we could take allocation of resources
Imagine the impact
and turn that into better leadership and better business
how would you
growth?
feel?
And you do it. Part of that is sharing connections. It's sharing your time. It doesn't have to be about sharing money. It can also be about sharing expertise and advice and encouragement.
So you can again make it. Talk about that scary word. You're going to learn from my incredible guest today some things. You go share that with somebody else. That's what is your goal and mission and resources, helping somebody. How to, and while you're listening to the show, I might be the right word. I don't know if that's the right word. How are you going to serve yourself?
It's not so much something to fix. I call it I have some anti-procrastination devices, and they're just tools that help people who don't want to do something.
Here we go.
Okay, let's face
it.
Things we like to do, we attack those things right away. Oh, take somebody out to dinner? Yes. Pet the dog? Yes.
Or give money to a home.
Do something you really like doing at work? Yes, we're on that right away.
But take action. Today,
but what about the things you don't like doing right away? Those are the things we tend to procrastinate. I know some of my friends who love decorating for the holidays. They love the putting up of the tree and the lights and getting tinsel everywhere. And they put Hallmark movies on. They play Christmas music, just have the best time ever. I'm not one of those people, but I will cheerfully bake you cookies while you do
part of
that.
leadership.
It's all a matter of what our skill set is, what we're good at, and what we enjoy doing.
It's just
and see, our dinosaur brain, and this is what I want to help people understand. Our dinosaur brain, that limbic system of our brain,
welcome to the
pushes
show,
back
Dr. Mary.
on the things you don't want to do.
So your
Steve,
dinosaur
it's so exciting to be on your show today, and I just want to assure your listeners, I'm not that kind of doctor. You're not good at that. You shouldn't do it. You know what? Please don't hang up. Please don't disconnect yet. And then it gives you all kinds of other options. And one of them might be just going to lie down on the couch. See, your dinosaur brain is trying to protect you from things it knows you don't like doing. So it's going to tell you not to do it. I didn't understand how the world worked until I started studying naturally inclined to not do. And then when I started studying resource allocation and where people spend their time, their money, their resources, once you realize that connections, all of a sudden, make the decision to do it anyway. Started to make sense in the next 5 minutes. And I thought, for the next 5 minutes, if we could, and that gets you over that, and then your dinosaur brain turn that into it's not actually better leadership. You will be fine, and then you can do more than 5 minutes. And you do it. But the step of that is the first step. I think is understanding sharing your time. Your own brain. It doesn't have to be about sharing money. It can also be about sharing expertise and advice and encouragement.
People, take your shower. Let's talk about that scary word.
But but it's one of those things that are habits, like brushing your teeth. Nobody particularly wakes up and goes, "Oh my gosh, that is the best part of my day." But we all do it every single day, twice a day, because it is so ingrained. It's not so much something to fix. We don't call it I have some anti-procrastination. So those things that you don't necessarily want, they're just tools, but they're good for you. Who don't want to just become okay. Let's face it. So that you don't have to we like to do, and this is the hard part. Those things. The decision of whether or not to take somebody out to dinner. That's where it comes into play. Pet the dog. Somebody was asking a famous do something you really like doing at work. How do you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning? But what about the things you don't like doing? And he said, if I thought about it, I would never. If I woke up every morning, I know some of my friends who love. The answer would be no every single day. They love the putting up the tree and the lights and getting tints. The decision's already been made. My clothes are laid out. I've already committed. I made that commitment. I'm not one of those people. When I signed that contract, this is what I was going to do. And I honor that. It's all a matter of when we're left in that place where we have to make the decision. And so your dinosaur brain. Am I going to go to the gym? Am I going to make dinosaur brain? When you're stuck in that place where you have to make a decision, pushes back on the things you don't want to do. There's a reason Steve Jobs wore black turtlenecks every single day. It eliminated the decision from his life. Hey, you're not good at that. You shouldn't baby decisions. You know what you should do? And make the things habits. He didn't have to think about it. And then it gives you all kinds of other options. Turtleneck every single day. And one of them might be just going to lie down on the couch. And didn't have to think about what to wear. See, your dinosaur brain is trying to the decision-making process from what you need or you don't really do. So it's going to tell you not to. And part of that is the doubt. And knowing that, you go, oh, wait, I am naturally inclined to not do the things I'm bad at. I'm naturally inclined to not do those things I don't want to do. Once you realize that, you go, oh, okay, but I'm going to make the decision to do it anyway. In the next 5 minutes, for the next 5 minutes. And that gets you over that. And then your dinosaur brain realizes it's not actually going to kill you. You will be fine, and then you can do more than 5 minutes. But the step is the first step, I think, is understanding your own brain.
I get up at 5:15 every morning. People go, wow, they look at me like I'm not taking a shower. Rock star. I don't even think about it. It's just become a habit. Whether I have to or not. But
it's one of those things that are habits, like brushing your teeth. Nobody particularly wakes up and goes, oh my gosh, that is the best part of my day. But we all do it every single day, don't think about because it is so ingrained and such a habit. We don't because you don't have to think about it. So those things that you don't necessarily want, which leads to success, but they're good for you. Consistency. They have to just become. Our buddy Mark Hunter says, so they don't have to think about. And this is the hard part. The decision of whether or not to do it. See, that's where it comes into play. Somebody was asking a famous athlete, they said, how do you get up at 4 o'clock and consistent? You don't take all your vitamins for the month. And he said, if I thought about it, I would never, if I woke up every morning and thought, do I once a month and expect that to matter? The answer would be even no, if you worked out for 8 hours. No, he said the decision's already been made. That 8 hours into 16 decisions already been made. Throughout the clothes are laid out. That I've already committed. I made that commitment, and the consistency builds the success. When I signed that contract, this is what I was going to do. Oh, I don't know. And I honor that commitment.
Well, I'm going to say that when left in that place, because this all leads to leadership, which is a big part of what you do.
Are we going to decorate for the holidays?
This all has to happen.
Am I going to go to the gym? Am I going to make dinner or order in? When you're stuck in that place where you have to make a decision, you can procrastinate. That's bad. There's a reason Steve Jobs wore black turtlenecks every single day. They are doing eliminated a decision from his life. So again, if you want to decorate my house for the holidays, I'll stand there and bake you cookies all day long and make the things habits. He didn't have to think about it. He just grabbed I'm really bad at turtleneck every single day. So you didn't have to think about what to wear. People you can eliminate the decision-making process from what you need or have to really do. My friend, and part of that is the doubt. Do I want to do it? Was the CEO of WD-40. You got to do it. 2022. Gave me some great advice about our book.
Tell me if I'm correct.
Why Leaders Fail and the 7 Prescriptions for Success. I co-wrote that one with a guy named Peter Stark. Absolutely. He's a real genius. And Gary said, I can't be the reason my people can't take their next step forward. I can't be the obstacle. I can't be the reason people can't do their jobs well. He said, and part of that is making sure your team knows, hey, I need you to, I really need you to take a look at this right now, or this needs a signature now, or else, or this is done by Friday. And you help other people by giving them deadlines. And this is where a lot of us forget that. I think that is a great analogy. And here's why. You know, if you tell somebody, yeah, just that you don't think about or what makes you successful. That's a horrible thing to say to somebody, you know, because you don't have to think about it. I'm not giving you a deadline. Consistency. It's not that you don't care. You're trying to get, you know, consistency. You know, our buddy Mark Hunter says, you know, you don't make all your sales calls on the last Friday. Whenever I can means because what if you miss a Friday? What if you miss? No, you make sales calls every. But if you tell somebody, I need because it's a habit and it's what you do to be successful, that puts it on their calendar. You don't take all your vitamins for the month on the last Friday. One of the analogies I love to use. It's the consistency. You can't work out once a month and expect that to matter. Even if you worked out for 8 hours. No, it's much better to all of us. Those that 8 hours all done it. 16 and my students, I taught school for 30 years. And my students would say, "Oh, consistency." Dr. And the consistency we do our best writing the night before.
You're a genius.
I'm like, no.
Oh, I don't know. Only writing. Well, I'm going to say that way. It's true. Because this all leads to leadership, which creates a sense of urgency,
so they get it.
This all has to happen as a leader.
So if you want to help people, one of the anti-procrastination devices as a leader, well, you can procrastinate if you surround yourself with such a great team.
Because if you say
they are doing the things that you're not good at. So again, if you want to decorate my house for the holidays, I will stand there and bake you cookies all day long. I will do all those things. I'm really bad at the decorating part. So you surround yourself with people whose skill sets. It also takes away the want to do it. It means, you know, if you give somebody a project that we'll get to it when you get to it. My friend Gary Ridge, who I'm going to watch CEO of WD-40 until about 2022. No, if you say, we really need to get this done about our book. By the way, our jobs depend on this. That 7 Prescriptions for Success. I co-wrote that one. I hate to do this to you, but I've got a rush job. And Gary said, I can't be the reason. Guess what? My people respond well their next step forward. I can't be the obstacle. I can't be the reason people can't do their jobs well.
Because you can say the
part of that is making sure your team knows, hey, I really need you to take a look at this right now, or this needs a signature now, or else, or this is done by Friday. And you help other. The 5-Minute Leadership Guide is a way for us every single day. And this is where just develop our leadership skills. We help people. It asks you by putting a deadline in. The idea is it's part. You know, if you tell somebody, yeah, just get it done, part reflection, but part that's a horrible thing to say to somebody because it tells them if you know you're going to walk into a negotiation meeting that day. You might want to write down, okay, the skills I need to practice is today I need to be very focused. Whenever I can, listening, listening with empathy, who cares? Making sure I understand. But if you tell somebody I need absolutely has to happen from my side, all of a sudden also try to understand what would be a win for their side. They understand. Listen for those cues. One of the analogies I love to use a little bit of leverage in this negotiation. Have we all ever and then also listen to what most was due for school. You know, you just might want to remind all of us. If you're going to a situation where my students, I taught school for 30 years. Some of my students would say, "Oh, don't Dr. Kelly, you know, we do our I'm sorry, it's just not working out. The night before. Today's going to be your last day. We're going to help you with this, that, whatever." And then you wouldn't know the difference. The anger and the defensiveness and everything that creates a sense of urgency. And say, "I just need you to know, I really respect." So if you want to help your professionalism and anti-procrastination, have those things as a leader in your head. Give them so that you're not winging it. You know, a lot of people
it changes the importance of it.
They think
because if you
I'll
say
be able
Friday,
to figure it out.
It's really
the 5-Minute Leadership Guide just
but
asks
in my
you to
brain,
think
if you
about
say,
the
hey, just get it
challenges
done
you're
when you get a
facing that
chance,
day.
I put a lower down the importance in my mind of tasks I need to do. I know this
going
because
into
they have
that
deadlines.
day.
They don't.
And then it asks you to
that's
also
$1 million
appreciate other people that day.
It also takes away the want to do it
today.
If you give somebody a project that we'll get to it when you get to it.
Okay,
to make
well,
today
guess what?
better.
Instead,
What could have made me
watch
just a better leader?
And the idea behind
if you
it
say
actually
we
came
really
from
need to get this done
one
by
of my
tomorrow,
nieces who was
or
kind of
by the way, our
struggling
jobs
figuring out
depend
her
on
life
this. That
during
creates a sense
COVID.
of urgency.
And I thought, well, wouldn't it be great?
I hate to do this
if
to
we
you,
had
but
kept
I've
if
got
we
a
kept,
rush
I did this during
job,
COVID,
and if you can get this done
just
on
a daily
time,
page on what did we learn
Guess what?
today? Because
People
of all the
respond
things
well
going
to
around
both
us
carrots
with
and
COVID.
sticks.
What did we learn today?
Yeah, no,
And I
amen
thought,
to
well, wouldn't
that.
this be cool?
And I love the
if every day we
5-minute
said, okay,
leadership
today
guide,
to be a
because you
better
could say
leader
the
during
5-hour
COVID, I need
leadership
this and this
guide.
and this.
Again,
What
it's
did I
that,
learn yesterday?
do I want to do a
need to
5-hour
practice
leadership
tomorrow?
guide?
And
Or do I want to do a
just
5
takes
minute?
less than
So it
5
kind of ties
minutes,
in.
especially
Talk
when
about
you
the
get in
guide
the
and what it
groove
does
of
and
doing it.
how it helps us.
And if you do it at
The
night,
5-minute
and you
leadership
kind of
guide
decompress
is a
from the
way
day,
for us
and then you
every
look at
single
it the next
day
morning,
to just develop
it's
our
your
leadership
own way
skills.
to stay accountable.
It asks you,
but it's also
and
your
the idea is
own
it's
way
part journal,
to keep
part
yourself
thought,
very
part
mindful
reflection, but
of what's
part
going on around
planning
you.
your leadership
Yeah.
response. For
And
example,
it's,
if you know
wow,
you're going
this
to
is a
walk into a
masterclass.
negotiation meeting
That's why I
that
love
day,
podcasts, because
you
I
might
learn
want
so much. And
to
audience, you
write
should be
down,
learning
okay, the
too,
skills I
because,
need to practice is
you know, having guests
today
like
I need to
you,
be very
it's
focused
nothing
on
against me.
listening.
It's
Listening
actually,
with
I'm going to
empathy,
compliment myself,
making
because we
sure
should be
I
learning as
understand
leaders.
what
You
absolutely
taught me
has to
something. Our
happen
friend
from
Mark
my
Hunter taught
side.
me something.
Also
I shared
try to
with you.
understand what would be a win for their
Making
side.
it 5
Listen
minutes.
for those
Is it
cues
scary for
that
people?
might
Like,
give
is it
me
enough
a little
information
bit
for
of
me to be a
leverage in
better
this
leader?
negotiation. And then
It
also
actually
listen
is.
to what's
So I
most
again look
important
at
for them.
leadership like going
You
to
just
the gym.
might want to
In
remind
my
yourself of that.
20s,
If you're going to a
which is a long time
situation
ago,
where
I would go to the
you have
gym
fire
to be
somebody,
faster
some
and
of the
better
leadership
and
skills is
stronger.
don't
And
talk.
now I go to the gym to not
I'm sorry,
get
it's just not
worse.
working out.
And I kind of think of
today's going to be
leadership
your
as that
last
way.
day.
You know,
We're
in my
going to help you with
20s,
this, that, whatever.
you know,
And then
I was just
listen
running
for
hard,
the anger
all
and
the
the
time,
defensiveness
trying
and
to
everything
figure
that
out,
happens.
you know, that next thing.
And say, I
And
just
we
need you to
can't
know,
just
I really
stop.
respect
What made us
your professionalism and I
successful,
wish
got
you
us
the
to
best.
here,
Have
is
those
pretty
things
good
in your head,
but it's not enough. You got
so
to
that you're
keep
not
going.
winging
Otherwise,
it.
you do
You
get
know, a lot of
worse.
people
Staying the same
wing leadership.
means
They think
you're getting
I'll be able
worse.
to figure it
So
out.
every single
The 5-minute
day,
leadership
we
guide
have
just
to
asks you
have
to think
habits
about
and
the place,
challenges you're
including
facing
leadership
that day.
development habits,
and then
that
what
keep
leadership
us
skills do
from
you kind of
getting
need to keep
worse.
top
So that's
of
why I like the
mind
5-minute
going
leadership
into that
guide.
day.
There's a
And then it
series of
asks you to
5-minute
also
plans
appreciate other
on
people
the
that
site.
day.
Make
The
sure that you're
podcast
grading
site that I
yourself.
shared
What
with
could have
you
made
that
today better?
allows people to
What could have
figure
I done?
out, hey,
to
here's
make
a
today better?
5-minute
What
plan
could have
for
made
things
me
that
just a better
are
leader?
day-to-day problems.
And the
There's
idea
a
behind
five-minute
it actually
focus
came
plan,
from
5-minute
one of my
conflict resolution,
nieces who was kind of
5-minute
struggling figuring out her
sales,
life during
follow-up,
COVID,
marketing.
And I thought, well,
Because
because
people just need
if
quick,
we had kept
90%
if we
solutions
kept, I
for
did this during
and a lot
COVID.
of it's just
You
reminders.
know, just
Oh, yeah,
a
I need to
daily
do
page
that.
on what did we learn.
I don't know how many
today
people I
because of
know.
all the things going
say,
on
you get
around
enough
us
water
with
They're like,
COVID.
no. What did we learn
So
today?
we all put Post-it
And I
notes
thought,
on our
well, wouldn't this
computer.
be cool?
Drink more water.
If every day we said, okay,
We all
today
know
to
we
be a
can't
better
live
leader
without
during
water.
COVID,
We know we
should
should drink more
this.
water.
What
Did
we
I learn
need
yesterday? What do I
reminders.
need to practice
You know, as
tomorrow?
leaders, people
And
think,
just
takes
you're
less than 5
talk
minutes,
a lot about
especially when you
leadership.
get in the
must know
groove
everything.
of doing
I
it.
don't.
And
if you do it
I
at night
need
and you
leadership
kind of
reminders
decompress from the
and
day,
reminders,
and then you look at it the
every
next
single
morning,
day, and we have
it's
to
your
sometimes
own way
remind
to stay
ourselves.
accountable.
And that's what the 5-minute
But it's
leadership
also
guide is all
your
about.
own way
It's a
to
microwave
keep
world.
yourself
Everything
very
comes fast.
mindful of what's going on
And we
around
need to learn
you.
fast because something will distract us. It's, you know, if it's like I said,
Wow,
a 5-hour
this is
guide,
a
it'd be like,
masterclass.
oh, geez, that
That's
email
why I love
just popped up
podcasts, because I
oh, my
learned so
God,
much,
you know,
and
you
audience,
should be learning too because
something. So I want to say
you know,
this
having
again.
guests like
Stay in
you,
the same.
It's nothing
This is
against
powerful.
me.
Stay in the
It's
same.
actually,
You
I'm
will
going to
get
compliment myself
worse. Is
because
that
we should be
correct?
learning as
Yes.
leaders.
Audience,
You taught
think
me
about
something.
that.
Our friend Mark Hunter taught me something.
Because I tell
shared with
people
you. When I mentor them, get better 1%
making
every
it
day.
5 minutes.
Yes.
Little. Is it scary
every
for
single
people?
day.
Like, is it enough?
Well, you're a
information
sister
for
from
me to be a
another
better
mother.
leader?
I'm telling you right now.
It
that
I
is
love
so
it. So
powerful.
I again
'Cause
look
it's
at
easy.
leadership like
And
going to the
everybody
gym.
can do that.
You know, in my 20s,
Talk about your podcast,
which is a long time
because
ago, I would go to the gym
what you're doing
to
with
be
the podcast
faster
and
and
what,
better and stronger.
What
And now I
guests
go
you're
to the
bringing,
gym to
I
not
love
get
podcasts,
worse.
but talk about
And
what
I kind of think
people
of
are gonna hear
leadership
when they
as
listen
that
to
way.
it
You know,
or
in my
watch it.
20s,
the different
you know,
podcasts
I was
that I'm
just
on, and
running
I'm so
hard
blessed,
all the time,
to be
trying to
involved
figure
with
out,
people like
that
Mark
next thing.
Hunter and
And we
Meredith Elliott
can't
Powell
just
on their
stop. What made
podcast.
us
And what we
successful, what got
focus
us
on
to
is just
here
providing
is
value.
pretty good.
So
But
I've
it's not
got a
enough. You gotta
site for
keep
your
going.
guests,
Otherwise you
and
do
it's
get worse. Staying the same means you're getting
productiveleaders.com/podcast.
worse.
That
So
gives
every single
your
day we have to
podcast
have
guests
habits in place,
access to a
including
lot of the
leadership
resources
development
I use
habits
all
that
the
keep
time
us
with my
from
clients.
getting worse.
And it's a series
So that's
of
why I
those
like the 5-minute
5-minute
leadership
plans.
guide.
It's my
There's a series
12-month
of 5-minute
business
plans
success and
on the
accountability
site,
planner. I use that
the
every
podcast
single
site
day
that
of
I
my
shared
life.
with you,
And
that
it
allows
also
people
has
to
my
leaders
out,
blind
here's
spot
a 5-minute
assessment.
plan.
Yeah, people
for
actually get
things
their
that
own
are day-to-day
leaders
problems.
assessment.
There's
It's
a
your 5 minutes,
5-minute
your blind spots
focus plan,
takes
5-minute
3
conflict
minutes,
resolution,
4 minutes if you're
5-minute,
drinking,
sales,
and it gives you
follow-up,
your
marketing,
profile
because people
of
just
what
need
your superpowers
quick,
are,
90%
as well
solutions
as
for
some
things,
areas
and
where
a
if
lot
you
of it's
read
just
through it and
reminders.
go,
Oh
ooh,
yeah, I need to do
ouch.
that.
I don't know how many people I know. I did it, and I went through it. And I went,
they're like,
ooh,
no.
ouch. I
So
do that.
we all put Post-it notes on our computer. Drink more
It's
water.
pretty accurate. Like it
We
takes
all
3 to
know we can't live
3
without
to 4
water.
minutes.
We know
maybe.
we should drink
I
more
needed
water.
something
We
for
need
my senior
reminders.
leaders who
You know, as
don't have
leaders,
a lot
people
of time
think, oh,
to
you
just have
you
a
talk a
mirror
lot about leadership.
to show
you
them,
must
hey,
know
this is
everything.
what you're
Oh
great
no,
at.
I don't.
And
You might want to
need
think
leadership
about this.
reminders.
You might want to think
and
about
reminders.
that. And again, it's
every single
just a
day.
way for
And
us
we have
to
to
try to
sometimes
get just
remind
a
ourselves.
little bit
And that's
better
what the
every single
5-minute
day.
leadership guide is all
I'm going
about.
to share it like crazy
It's a
because
microwave
I tell
world.
everybody I
Everybody comes
mentor,
fast.
we all have a superpower.
And we need to learn
We
fast.
all do because
I
something
don't
will
care.
distract us. You know,
When
it's
it's
all
like
like
I
I said,
said,
a 5-hour
you could
guy
be
to
in
be
prison. You have a
oh,
superpower.
geez, that
you could
email
be,
just popped up. Oh
you
my
know,
God.
homeless.
You
You could be mega
Something-
wealthy.
So I want to say this
There's
again.
a
Yes.
superpower
Stay
in
in
there
the
somewhere.
same because it's powerful.
Yes.
So
Stay
it's
in the
like a
same,
master class.
you will
this
get
podcast.
worse.
Is that correct? Is that
Yes.
audience?
I
how
try
do
to
you
make
think about that?
I try to make
When?
all my
Because I
podcast
tell people
masterclasses
when
in
I
some little
mentor them,
way,
get
because you
better
know
1% every day.
everybody's going to hear something
Yes.
and
every single
take
day.
something else out of it.
Well, you're a
So
sister from
sometimes
another
you just need
mother.
a
I'm
sales
telling you
nugget.
right now,
Sometimes you just
that
need
is
to
so
say, hey, my
powerful.
brain is
'Cause it's
working
easy.
against me.
And
Oh,
everybody
that
can do
maybe
that.
that's why when I come home at the
Talk
end of a
about your
busy day, I
podcast,
have
because
great intentions.
I love
and
what
then
you're
I
doing
just
with
lie
the
on couch.
podcast and what
There's reasons behind
what
this.
you're
So it's
the
not
guests you're
about
bringing.
us
You know, I
beating
love
ourselves
podcasts,
up.
but talk
It's
about
about what
people are gonna
nugget
hear when they
do you
listen to
need
it or watch
today
it.
So
in order
the
to
different
take that step
podcasts that I'm
forward.
on, and I'm
Like
so
with you, you're
blessed,
such a
you know,
great
to be
people
involved with people
connector
like Mark
that you're like, oh, I
Hunter
can introduce
and
you to
Meredith
this person,
Elliott
that person,
Powell
this
on their
person. And then I'm
podcasts.
thinking,
And what we focus on is just
I introduce
value.
for other people?
So,
You know,
I've
that's
got a
gift.
site for your
That's
guests,
a resource.
and it's productiveleaders.com
amazing.
/podcast that gives
And the fact that it's
your
so natural
podcast
for
guests
you,
access
it doesn't
to a
mean it's
lot of the
natural for
resources
everybody.
I
And
use all the
sometimes
time
we
with my
forget
clients.
that not
And it's a
everybody
series
has
of
our
those
5-minute
superpowers.
plans.
Yeah.
It's my 12-month
it's
business
so awesome.
success and accountability
You know, you're a
planner.
doctor.
I use
You're
that
the
every
funniest
single day
doctor
of my
I know,
life.
because most doctors I
And
talk
it
to are
also
not funny. They're too
has
serious.
my
They have to be
leaders
for obvious
blind spot
reasons.
assessment. Yeah, people
You
actually
bring
get their
humor into
own
your leadership.
leaders
How
assessment.
do
It's your
you do that?
superpowers, your blind spots.
Oh my goodness.
Takes
So you're
3
very
minutes,
kind.
4 minutes if
I
you're
wanted
drinking,
to be a stand-up comedian.
and it gives you your
However,
profile
I'm not
of what
okay
your
for some not that
superpowers
funny.
are,
I like to
as
be a
well
little funny,
as
and
some
I'll kind of
areas
ask
where if you
permission
read
a
through it
little
and
bit
go,
to be funny.
ouch.
But I also
That might
think
be a
that if
blind
we
spot.
can't take a
I did
serious
it, and I went through it. And I
situation-
went, ooh, ouch.
Well,
I
first
do
off,
that.
in the military, by the way,
So
we have kind of a dark
it's
humor
pretty
about a
accurate.
lot of
Like it
things
takes 3
because
to
it's the way you
3
deal
to
with
4
things.
minutes, maybe.
And as you know,
I needed
everybody in my
something
family
for
was
my
military,
senior
so there's a lot
leaders
of
who
dark
don't have
humor
a lot of time
that we have
to just
that
have a
doesn't always
mirror
translate
to show
well
them,
into
hey, this is
polite
what you're great
society.
at.
So as a comedian, I
you
can't
might
be a
wanna
real
think about this.
comedian
You
for
might
a
wanna
couple
think
reasons.
about
First
that.
off, some of
And
that dark
again,
humor
it's
does
just
not
a way for
translate.
us to try to
And
get
then
just a little bit
but I
better
do
every
address
single day.
serious
I'm going to share it
issues
like crazy
in a
because I tell
way
everybody I
that I
mentor.
think leadership is
we
a
all have a
serious issue.
superpower.
You know, having
We
to
all
deal
do.
with
I don't
changing
care.
workforce is a serious issue.
When
Dealing
people,
with
you could
geopolitical
be in
issues
prison,
going
you have a
on in the
superpower,
media
you
right
could
now that
be,
you see that you think, oh, they don't
homeless,
affect you.
you
Well,
could be
actually, Russia and Ukraine
mega
does
wealthy.
affect us. The whole
There's a
situation in the Middle
superpower
East
in there
does affect
somewhere.
us. It's supply chain
Yes.
interruption.
So it's like a
China possibly threatening
masterclass,
Taiwan.
this
These are
podcast.
serious things that I discuss on
I
a
try to
daily
make
basis.
I
And
try to
then
make
on
all my
econ side,
podcasts
I deal with things
masterclasses
like
in some
housing
little way
and jobs,
because you know
and
everybody's
inflation
going to hear
and
taxes
taxes
and monetary policy and fiscal
take
policy.
something else
And
out
if you
of
don't
it.
make that
So
stuff
sometimes
funny,
you just need a sales
nobody
nugget.
wants
Sometimes
to
you just
listen
need
to
that.
you.
Hey,
So
my
you have
brain
to
is
make it a
working
little bit
against me.
funny.
Oh,
but I can't be a
maybe
comedian
that's why when
because
I come
they
home
don't
at the
go
end of
until
a
10
busy
o'clock
day,
at night,
I
and by
have
that
great
time I'm sleepy
intentions,
and I've already hit
and then I
cocktails.
just lie on the couch.
Amen.
Like it's,
Yeah.
there's reasons behind this.
You're done.
So it's not
You're
about
out
us
for the
beating
count. You're
ourselves
good to
up.
go.
It's about what
This has been a
nugget do
blessing.
you need
We're
today
coming right
in
to
order
the
to
end
take
here.
that step forward.
Let's
like with
humor,
you,
let's
you're
do
such a
improv.
great people
You ready?
connector that you're like, oh, I can
really
introduce you to this
so I've
person,
reserved
that person, this
a
person.
table at a
And then
restaurant
I'm thinking,
for you.
what people can I introduce for other people? You know, that's a gift. That's a
Who would you
resource.
invite, dead
That's
or
amazing.
alive?
And not everybody
Why did you
thinks
invite
that
them?
way.
And what food would
and
you
the fact
order?
that it's so natural for
Okay,
you.
so I'm going to order
It doesn't
Thai
mean it's
food
natural for everybody. And
because
sometimes
everybody likes Thai food.
we forget
that
that
not
the other
everybody
guest,
has our superpowers.
it's Nelson Mandela because nobody
it's
practiced
so awesome.
the level of forgiveness.
You know, you're a doctor. You're the funniest
he
doctor
did.
I know.
don't know how he
most
did
doctors
it.
I talk to are not funny. They're too
And
serious.
he
They have to be
maintained
for
good
obvious
humor.
reasons.
George Carlin,
You bring
because he
humor
would
into your
ask
leadership.
Nelson Mandela
How
all
do
the
you do
irreverent
that?
questions that I would never
Oh my
have
goodness.
the guts
So
to
you're very
ask, and he would
kind.
swear the
I
whole time,
wanted to be a
and it would be
stand-up comedian.
hilarious. And then,
however,
I'm not
Steve
okay. First, I'm
Ramona,
not that
because
funny.
he
I
would
like
find
to
a
be
way to
little funny,
podcast
and
it
I kind of ask
and make
permission a little bit
that
to be
a
funny.
living legacy.
But
That would
I
be
also think that if
hilarious.
we
God
can't take a
bless you.
serious
That's one of
situation,
the best answers.
well, first
And
off,
Thai
in the
food, I
military,
just
by
started
the way,
liking
we
my
have
wife
kind of a dark
is
humor
introducing me
about a
to
lot
it,
of
so I'm
things
excited.
because
I don't like
the
the
way you
spicy
deal with
stuff, but the
things.
other stuff
And as you
is
know,
good, and
everybody
it's
in my
good for you.
family
It's
was
healthier
military.
because
So
of
there's a lot
vegetarian.
of dark humor
Well,
that we have that doesn't
Mary,
always
this has
translate
been
well into polite
such a blessing.
society.
You've really
So as a comedian, I
motivated,
can't be a
inspired,
real
educated my
comedian
audience.
for a
Thank
couple
you
reasons.
so
First off, some of
much.
that dark humor
Somebody out
does
there
not
listening is going,
translate.
how do I connect
And then
with Mary?
but I
How
do
can they
address
connect with you and support you?
serious issues.
The website
in
is
a way that
productiveleaders.com,
I think leadership is a
because who wants
serious
an
issue.
unproductive
Having to
leader?
deal with changing workforce is a
Productiveleaders.com,
serious
and it's
issue. Dealing
Mary
with
at
geopolitical issues going on. I answer my own emails,
that you
frankly,
see
because I like it.
that you think,
and
oh,
I
they
don't
don't affect you.
procrastinate
Well,
on that.
actually, Russia
So
and
let me
Ukraine
know if
does
there's anything I
affect
can
us.
do
The
to
whole
help.
situation in the Middle East does affect us. It's supply
Productiveleaders.com
chain interruption.
/ China
Stop
possibly
procrastinating.
threatening
These are
has
serious
a ton
things, totally
that I
free,
discuss
no
on a
weird
day-to-day
website, no
basis.
sign-in.
And then on
Resources
the
to
econ
help
side,
you
I deal with
just
things
get
like
things
housing
moving,
and
take that
jobs
next step
and
forward, 'cause I'm
inflation
cheering
and
for
taxes
you.
and monetary policy and
Amen.
fiscal
I
policy.
love that.
And if you don't
If
make
there's
that
an
stuff funny,
if there's not
nobody wants to listen to you.
unproductiveleadership.com
So
website,
you have to
I
make
will
it a little
build it
bit
and
funny,
point right back
but I
to
can't be a comedian
productiveleadership.com.
because
So I
they
got
don't
you
go on
taken
until
care
10
of. Don't
o'clock
worry.
at night. And by that
And
time,
there'll
I'm
be some
done.
money
I'm
to do
done.
that. And then we'll just make sure that
Amen.
it gets the good stuff, not the stuff
You're
that's
done.
so good.
You're out.
Yes.
You know, audience, I
This
talk
has
about
been
the
a
call to action at the end as well, and that's subscribing
right
to the end
YouTube
here.
channel.
Yeah, I love my
Speaking of
subscribers.
humor,
Got
let's do a little
thousands.
improv.
You ready?
Sure.
It's not a.
Sure.
That's not why I'm
really
asking.
good at this. So
Here's
here's
why
a
I'm
restaurant,
asking.
a table at a
This is a
restaurant for
servant's
you.
heart podcast. Well, you
Table
know, you just
4,
listen to
you're
Mary.
obviously
You're
gonna sit
going,
in one of the chairs.
hey, my
In the
best
other
friend,
3 chairs,
he needs
who would you
leadership help.
invite?
He's got a
dead or
company.
alive?
Whatever, maybe
Why
your
did you
family,
invite
friend,
them?
somebody
And
you
what food
meet.
would you order?
What a great gift to take in this YouTube.
So I'm going to
link, 'cause it'll be
order
out in a
Thai
couple of
food
days, and
because
share it with
everybody
people as
likes
you
Thai
talk to them.
food. The
That's
other
what
guest,
Mary was saying so well
it's
about
Nelson
resources,
Mandela because
sharing them
nobody
and giving to others
practiced
to
the
uplift
level of
and bring value to them.
forgiveness that he
Greatest
did.
gift in
I don't
the
know how
world.
he did it.
So go ahead and subscribe. You can grab that link
And
fast and easy.
he
'cause
maintained
you'll
good
have it
humor.
all right in front
George
of you.
Carlin,
And also to comment
because
on the
he would
YouTube
ask
channel.
Nelson
If it's a comment
Mandela
for Mary,
all the
I'll get
irreverent
the comment
questions
to
that I
her,
would
no
never have the
problem.
guts
It's
to
a
ask,
critique
and
to
he
the
would swear
podcast.
the whole
I love
time,
critique.
and it would be
'Cause me and Mary
hilarious.
did this
And then
podcast
I
for
would
all of
ask
you.
my buddy
It's not
Steve
for
Ramono
us. It's,
because he
like I
would
said,
find a way to
motivate, educate,
podcast it
and
and
inspire you.
make
And
that
if
a
we've done
living
that, which I
legacy.
know
That
we
would be
have, 'cause she's awesome.
hilarious.
God bless you.
It's a game
That's
changer.
one of
We
the
can go to
best
bed at night
answers.
going super
And Thai
happy.
food, I just
and,
started liking. My
after we
wife
had our few drinks.
is introducing me to it, so I'm excited. I don't like the
with
spicy
that,
stuff, but the other stuff is good, and it's
at the
good
end
for you.
here,
It's
I just
healthier
want to
because I'm
thank you.
vegetarian.
Me and Mary want to thank you so much for watching and listening
Mary,
to
this
this
has been
podcast. And we
such
look
a
forward to
blessing.
seeing
You
you
really
on the next episode
motivate,
of
inspire,
doing
and
business
educated
with
my
the Servant's
audience.
Heart.
Thank you
Have a
so
great day,
much.
everyone. Somebody out there listening is going, how do I connect with Mary? How can they connect with you and support you?
The website is productiveleaders.com because who wants an unproductive leader? Productiveleaders.com. And it's Mary at productiveleaders.com. I answer my own emails, frankly, because I like it and I don't procrastinate on that. So let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Productiveleaders.com / stop procrastinating has a ton, totally free, no weird website, no sign in, resources to help you just get things moving, take that next step forward because I'm cheering for you.
Amen. I love that. And if there's not unproductiveleadership.com website, I will build it and point right back to productiveleadership.com. So I got you taken care of. Don't worry. And there'll be some money to do that. And then we'll just make sure they get to the good stuff, not the stuff that's not so good.
Yes.
You know, audience, I talk about the call to action at the end as well, and that's subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, I love my subscribers. I got thousands, and that's not why I'm asking. Here's why I'm asking. This is a Servant's Heart podcast. Well, you know, you just listen to Mary and you're going, hey, my best friend, he needs leadership help. He's got a company, whatever it may be, your family, friends, somebody you meet. What a great gift to take in this YouTube link, because it'll be out in a couple of days, and share it with people as you talk to them. That's what Mary was saying so well about resources, sharing them and giving to others to uplift and bring value to them. Greatest gift in the world. So go ahead and subscribe. You can grab that link fast and easy because you'll have it all right in front of you. And also to comment on the YouTube channel. If it's a comment for Mary, I'll get the comment to her, no problem. It's a critique to the podcast. I love critique because me and Mary did this podcast for all of you. It's not for us. It's, like I said, motivate, educate, and inspire you. And if we've done that, which I know we have because she's awesome, it's a game changer. We can go to bed at night going super happy. And after we had a few drinks, and no, I'm half kidding with that. But at the end here, I just want to thank you. Me and Mary want to thank you so much for watching and listening to this podcast. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. Have a great day, everyone.